What's up, everybody? Welcome to another More Fab Industries video. Today, oh, he's coming. There he is. Say hi, buddy. Today what we got going on is, remember a couple videos back we did the fuel pump troubleshooting on that big box van? Well, it's back. And it's back because one of the employees slid on some ice and caught the edge of the bumper on a light post. Now, it wrinkled the corner. It wrinkled by the license plate. It wrinkled above the license plate. Pulled away from the body on this side. The bumper is all sorts of torn up over here. And the worst part about the whole thing is that under here, you see the bracket is pretty well rotted out. So what we're gonna have to do with this one is cut all of it off of the frame, cut all the old metal off. We're gonna make an entirely new structure. I think this is probably 1.5 by 1.5 or 2 by 2 box tubing. We're gonna go pick up a bunch of steel from Logan, and we're going to rebuild this bumper. Now, I think that we can salvage the panel with the lights in it, but I don't think we can salvage the bottom part of it. So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to end up making a full new frame for this completely. We're just going to cut it right off the frame. I'm going to plasma cut it all off. We're going to try to save the back panel. We're going to build an entirely new frame. We'll put some new diamond plate on it and we'll paint it up. So this is probably going to be a two-parter. Today's video will be me cutting everything off and then remaking the frame underneath. And then once we get the frame made, we'll go pick up some diamond plate once we know how much we need, and then we'll cover it and we'll make the rest of the bumper. So stay tuned, guys. This is part 1 of 2 and we'll get to it. But first, we got to run over to Logan Steel because we actually have to pick up that Mugen valve cover that we had powder coated. So we're going to head over there in a couple of minutes, go grab that. Then we'll come back and we'll start working on this thing. Alright guys, we are in the car. We got the co-pilot. We are ready to go. And just like that, we're here. This guy, Mortimer, excited as all hell. Hoping to meet new people, as always. Hopefully somebody pets him today. Otherwise he's going to be upset. Alright guys, so I told you we were coming to pick up this valve cover, and of course, Logan killed it again. Absolutely killed it again. This thing, you can't get a good judge of the exact color or the depth of this color, but the depth on this is amazing. It literally looks like it was painted with probably 8 to 10 cans of clear. It's just that amazing. Now, one thing you guys are going to see is these AN fittings are actually powder coated over, and there's a reason why we did that. We wanted to be able to get all of the weld powder coated and get everything else powder coated around it, so when we get it back to the shop, we're just going to run a quick dye through that and it'll be absolutely fine. It's kind of a little trick so that when you screw the fitting on, you don't actually see any of the raw aluminum, and it kind of just adds a nice effect to it, especially if you're using black fittings. It looks amazing once it's done. So that's what we're going to do. So again, yeah, Logan and all these guys and everybody just killed it. Mike killed it. Hi, Mike.
How you doing?
So if you guys need any kind of powder coating, you need any kind of anything, steel, powder coating, you name it, these guys do it. Sandblasting, I mean, they have enough room in here to do entire vehicles if you need something sandblasted. So absolutely unreal. Give them a shout. I'll put all the links down in the description, and I will see you guys when we're back at the shop. So we're going to try our best to straighten out this corner and then try to straighten this whole bottom section back out again. They're really not looking to spend a shit ton of money and have me fabricate an entirely new bumper. So this whole back panel here is definitely salvageable. We just need to fix this little bit there and that little bend right there. This bottom, I don't know if you guys could see it or not, but there's a crease that starts right here and runs all the way over there. So before we go cutting this whole bumper apart, and yeah, repping the Logan Steel today, before we go cutting this bumper all apart, I'm going to try as best I can to straighten this thing out, because if we can straighten it out and then just have to build a whole new frame underneath it, it's going to save this company a bunch of money. There's no rot or anything on this, so it should straighten out and go back down once we get that off. So I'm going to try to straighten this out. I'll set you guys up on the tripod and you can watch me struggle with it. It's getting there. It's getting straighter by the minute. We'll bring you back when it's all straightened out. Alright guys, so here's the progress. We've pretty much managed to straighten this entire bumper out. Now once we get the bumper off the truck, we'll straighten out that little corner piece right there, but yeah. So we're actually looking pretty straight. We took out the kink that was there by the license plate. This entire kink right there came out. Still got a little bit of a wave up there, but that'll straighten itself out. And with the use of a porta power, some attachments, a really big hammer, a floor jack, we managed to straighten this bumper out. So what we're going to do now is I'm actually physically going to take the bumper off of the truck, and then we can fix all of this stuff down here just by moving it around and hammering and dollying it and getting it all straightened out. Now the only reason I'm going through all this is because this metal is actually in really good shape, and if we don't need to spend the money on actually putting a new bumper on a truck that they're only going to use for another year, then you know, it'll be all worth it in the end. So I'm going to pull the bumper off, and once I get the bumper off, I'll bring you guys back and we'll let you see what the underside looks like. We are going to have to build a completely new frame on this thing. We're going to have to take all the framework and cut it off of the actual truck frame, and then we're going to have to build all new braces for this bumper because they are completely rotted. I mean, if you guys want to see how bad this thing actually is, I'm going to let the jack down. There you go. The mounts for this thing are completely shot. So let's get this bumper off of here. We'll get the frame made. There it is. Bumper is off. Now, managed to straighten the bumper out pretty good. The only thing we got left that's still an issue is this corner right here, but we're going to straighten that out before we put it back on. Now, here's how the bumper mounts to the body. Kind of crazy that there's not a whole lot of other structural members, but it's literally welded here, that's it. And it extends all the way out to about here, and then it's mounted. Same thing on the other side. This one, as you can see from all the stuff on the floor, was gone. Rotted completely out. Just nothing left to it. And then this one over here, same thing. Just rotted completely out. So this stuff was never coated, interior or exterior, and these guys do a lot of water extraction and chemical extraction and all kinds of stuff with this truck, so it gets used a lot, and it gets used a real lot in the winter time, so hence why everything rots. So we're going to build a new frame, and we're going to coat it, make sure everything's good with it. We'll weld it in, and then we'll put the bumper back on. So see you in a bit. Alright guys, so that's it for part one of replacing the bumper on this big guy. Now, we got the bumper frame off of the actual bumper, and that's what's sitting right here. We got the actual bumper off, and for the most part straightened back out. Now, what's left is we need to build the frame back on the truck. So we need to cut the two rotted pieces off, weld a couple of pieces of metal down there and down there, and then we will reuse this long piece because there's actually nothing wrong with it. We'll pop that back on. Then we're going to put the bumper back on. We're going to shoot it with a coat of paint, and we'll make it look nice. So stay tuned for part two, coming most likely tomorrow. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please go down in the comments, let me know what you think. Like, subscribe. You guys know the drill. Thank you so much. I appreciate every one of you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a good night.